Welcome to episode 23 of the Big White Beluga Whale. That's it behind me there.
We have a gorgeous day today. I'm outside taking advantage of the warmth from the sun. So I'm doing a bit of prep work right now before I can put some color on. I'm using a Proform wax and grease remover to wipe everything down first before I use a self-etching primer. And hoping I can get some color on this stuff today, and then we can start to get the inside back together a little bit anyways, with the steering column and then the steering box put back on. Anyways, this is it for now, and I'll show you a little bit more progress in a little while. So I'm out in the shop here. We didn't get the whale back in. Tyler's truck is having a bit of issues. He got the transmission put back in. He's got to do a little bit of fine tuning before that leaves the lift, as you can see behind me. So we're going to focus on small little things, I guess. The instrument cluster, or gauge cluster rather. I got the paint off, and I am going to prepare it now for primer, and then give it a shot of blue, and hopefully I can get to the seat frames. I guess I'll get ahead of myself here. Get the interior partially back in, get the steering column back in, and then at least we can move it around a little bit easier. So that's it for now. Quick little video here to show you a few things that are done. There's the gauge cluster all finished. It turned out really nice for its age. There's the glove box door. And then over here, a few miscellaneous pieces from around the dash area, the steering column, and the stereo speaker grate. And then with the other stuff I did earlier, I'm hoping to get a coat of paint on the inside of the car tomorrow or Friday when it's a bit warmer. So I've been doing some prep work and a little bit of painting out in the car. It's reasonably warm out today, so I was able to do the stink outside, and it does smell, holy. So anyways, I've got, I'm not sure if you remember, the glove box area was kind of like a burgundy primer, I guess, before. So now it's all gray primer, and lots of taping cover up stuff, because when I paint I make a mess. So anyways, I'm hoping maybe I'll get a coat of paint on today, not sure, but it's coming along, and all the other little pieces are painted, the kick panels and the steering column, so hopefully we'll be able to get that back in as we're waiting to get the car back in the shop.
Well, we're trying to figure out how to get this back seat apart. We want to separate it from the frame so we can take it to the upholsterer. So Shauna is pulling this carpet off the back, and it doesn't look like there's any screws that are holding the cushions in, but we'll have to investigate and see how this goes. In messing around and taking carpet off of here, this thing just sort of fell apart. I kind of thought maybe it was just hooked somehow, and it is, but now it seemed to have hooked itself again. We just had it loose, so I'm not sure if it... Oh, here, see? It came apart there. Here we go. Oh, that'd be it. So Shauna wants to paint this back to the blue. I think there's remnants of blue on here, so it was blue originally. As well as these side brackets, you can see they're all blue. So Shauna's been doing an excellent job of painting. So basically this will be, sanded down and painted, and we'll take that off to the upholsterer with the other parts. and we'll get this interior back to blue. I need to take this base off because it was all rusted away when I removed it from the floor. This side's much better, so I can use that as a bit of a pattern for this because this is eaten away. This side unbolted fine, but this side is welded. So I'm going to take this part off that I have to weld. That's just one bolt here. The rest of it's still attached. I'm not sure if that's supposed to come off or if the weld's broke or what, but you know, we're going to take this off. This is originally supposed to be blue, but somebody went through great effort to paint it black. This is behind the cushion, so you don't see this. So we'll just leave this because it's nice and preserving, you know, the paint's in good shape and it's preserving the metal and you won't see it. So we're just going to paint the blue all the way around the outside, all these brackets, and the back side of this. This will leave black because, yeah, it's all good. It looks like I got my work cut out for me. I thought maybe I would just do a patch here, but the bottom side, if you see, it's 2 levels. It's, you know, it's got a flat piece, although that's pretty easy to make. I'm going to have to cut it here, peel it off from the top piece, and make a new one. This is pretty heavily pitted, and then you can see it's really rusted out. This one's the same way. This one's better on top, which is good, but I'm going to have to peel and grind the bottom here because it's quite flaky. This is what sandwiches to the floor, and of course the floor back there was pretty ugly too. So I'll probably use this one because it's cleaner to make a pattern for both out of cardboard, and that's just flat metal. The biggest deal will be just trying to separate it without destroying the top, but you can see here how the metal's just flaking away there because of the rust. So we'll get it squared away. Here's the 1 bucket seat underneath. Probably going to have to blast these here. They're a little crispy, but they're not bad. So we'll separate these tracks from the bucket. And then this foam, as you can see, it's really, of course, it's just disintegrating. It's really digging into here. So we'll get the upholsterer probably to put new burlap across here and then maybe use his own foam to build up because I think this foam is pretty much done. And then the seat back here, it's just attached with screws and then chrome around the edge. So we'll separate that. Shauna's going to paint that back to blue. And we'll strip the bucket right down so the upholsterer can get right down to the nitty-gritty, get it done. And then we'll paint all the trim, polish the trim, and paint the bottom here all black again, blast it and paint it black, and then get her back in. And when we order the carpet set, we got some samples sent to us from a company, 3 different shades. When we decide which one we'll get, we'll order the molded carpet, and then they'll also sell you extra material by the yard if you want to. So we'll definitely do that because we need it for the seat back panels that are basically just carpet with an edging on it. So we'll get all that made up as well. Shauna showed you she's masked and cleaned and painted the dash, which looks awesome. I need to get busy here with the floors. I haven't done anything since our flooring video a month ago, but I need to get busy with that. Once that is all welded up, we're probably going to put some of that sound deadening mat in here, and then get the fresh carpet. And the driver's door panel, we need to redo the backing. The cardboard backing's half ripped away. And then the front or the backs, they're in good shape. We'll replace the carpet on the bottom with blue. Paint the armrest blue or have it covered in blue. It's black vinyl now, but we could probably get it covered in blue vinyl. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be originally. And then this wood was put on here, but that's supposed to be a polished aluminum, so maybe we'll pop that off. Shauna hates it. and we'll see what the aluminum's like. But this will all be covered in blue. This will be the shiny aluminum. This will be upholstered blue, and this will be blue carpet on all 4 doors. So we'll get the seats done first, and we'll probably get the doors to him. And then after all of that, we've got to figure out the headliner. Well, the headliner actually, and actually you can see the back seat from the back here. There's more of that carpeting with the chrome strip, so we'll get extra carpet for all of that. But these side humps here in the back area, it's like a factory vinyl put on there. And of course they're all cracked and destroyed. So I'm not sure how we're going to do that yet. But we'll take the interior in stages just because it's pretty intricate as far as detail on all the different things. And of course it's all custom. You can't, just go buy kits and stuff. Gotta love these old cars. Everything's made out of metal as opposed to, say, plastic. This is the bucket seat backs and metal. They're actually in good shape except for this one. It's got some dents here. So I'll put it on my sandbag and maybe tap them out from the inside as best I can. And then you might notice, if Shauna can zoom in, the surface is textured. It actually is textured like vinyl. So you can't sand it or anything. So we will probably most likely paint strip that and get it down to metal. Then we'll prime it and paint it blue. So yeah, kind of neat. We got the seats all apart. Well, good enough that we're going to take them to the upholsterer like this. So it was just a bit of a challenge just to see where the hidden bolts were and how it came apart. But anyway, yeah, so we'll blast and paint all the bases. The outside ones like this. This is supposed to be blue because I see remnants of blue on it. And then the actual track itself, the slider, is black. So we'll paint the items as they're supposed to be, and it'll look really good once it's back together. Shauna's dying to have the blue interior back in there. If I recall, when we had a gentleman decode our VIN, I'm thinking he said it was a 9-passenger, and we never really looked in the back here to see what it was originally, because this motor, we put power to it, but you've got to turn the outside handle, and then this back window comes down, and then you reach in to unclip the tailgate, is how it's supposed to work. But we couldn't get that to work, so we've never opened the tailgate before. But I'm just looking at this. So this comes up. It's kind of hard to film because I'm sitting in here. And what we're missing is this is supposed to have the spring like the other bench seat that the upholstery attaches to. And then this, you grab the handle here, and this comes back and down. And again, we're missing all the springs for the upholstery, but this is the seat back, and this is the base facing the back of the car. So it is a 9-passenger, which is neat to know. And it looks like there's stuff flying around in here. And then we'd noticed upholstery down here and all the way around. And I think maybe this was upholstered and maybe carpeted, because that's where you would put your feet. So anyway, interesting development. We never really played much with this. We just thought maybe it was a cargo floor, but this, and then of course the spare sits under there and it's out of your way. And then this folds down, so kind of neat. We'll be on the hunt for some of those parts, and I'm sure they're not going to be easy to find, but it's not something we have to have right away, but it would be neat to put it that way. And then this here will all be carpeted back to blue. And then they've got carpeted all along there. This top part is vinyl. And of course it's petrified, so it's going to figure a way to redo that. But it's carpeted from here down, so we'll make that blue carpet as well.
Truck insurance is done tomorrow. So.
Okay, I'll get you a last little shot of when I'm out of it here, so I can get a better shot from a distance. But that's the cargo floor all folded flat. It's kind of neat. That's it for another night on the whale. Kind of a short night. I worked late, but Shauna's been out here all day. Anyway, I'll give you a parting shot of the roof. So we'll see you next time in the shop. Thanks for watching.